Serving Micronesia since 1938. Matson celebrating 25 years of commitment to Guam, Micronesia, and the CNMI. Cars Plus Hyundai, home of the Kona electric vehicle, an electric heart with an SUV soul. Test drive yours today at Cars Plus. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on prime time, about $31 million in KUA overpayments has yet to be repaid back. Plus, the CNMI records its 12th COVID-19 related fatality, the fourth in a matter of days. And a verdict is in for a man accused of rape of a female minor. These stories and so much more coming up on your news leader.
Half a day and good evening, everyone. Guahusi Isaiah again, and thank you for joining us. As much as $31 million in overpayments were made for the now concluded Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, and the Guam Labor Department is still working on a plan to get the claimants to pay the money back. KUAM's Nestor Lecanto has tonight's top story.
Labor Director David De La Sola says it may sound like a lot, but the 3.8% overpayment is relatively small compared to the states, which averaged more than 20%.
So out of the 31 million, we've collected 5 million. People came forward and paid. And I myself waived $2.6 million for those who filed a waiver. So moving forward, 23 million is what is left to collect. Sounds like a large number, but when you give out 808 million, that's not much.
But De La Sola says they're still waiting on more guidance from USDOL because unlike most states, Guam does not have an unemployment insurance program and has no mechanisms for collection.
Because remember, states have a UI system. They melt that right into the UI system and they can collect over future UI benefits or other ways because they have a system in place.
He says even USDOL is still figuring out how the local labor department will handle collections.
We're not sure how we're going to move forward with this. All I know is that USDOL has given us instructions that they do want us to do our due diligence and collect. So I'm not looking forward to that part.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
As Island Senior Citizen Centers prepare to reopen on January 10th, mayors are working to get the word out about Manumku Meal programs. PD Mayor and Mayor's Council of Guam President Jesse Alec tells KUAM News home delivery meals for the Congregate Meal program will stop, and seniors who opt to stay home will have to sign up for a different program to continue receiving meals at home.
You certainly can call all the mayors, any of your mayor's offices or your senior center to get the information and speak to case management to fill out the application or talk about an application to register under a new meal program.
Senior centers will reopen on the 10th, but certain parts of those centers like common kitchen areas and exercise areas will remain closed until protocols can be figured out. Manumku must have received one shot of the vaccine to enter centers. For more information, call DPHSS Division of Senior Citizens at 671-735-7415 or 7421. In regional news, Saipan suffers 4 deaths related to COVID-19 in just as many days. Health officials are preparing for a possible surge driven by the Delta variant as concerns over Omicron loom this holiday season. KUAM's Tomas Maglonia reports.
The COVID-19 pandemic has brought tremendous grief to the families.
The CNMI suffering 4 deaths since Christmas, entering the 9th week of Saipan's first surge.
We are currently at 93.44% of our eligible population being fully vaccinated, but this still leaves a lot of unvaccinated folks susceptible to this disease.
Saipan nearing 3,000 cases as 3/4 of hospital admissions due to COVID are unvaccinated. With an expected spike driven by holiday gatherings, health officials say more treatment for COVID is on the way, but it is not a substitute for the vaccine.
And for some of you that took, had a hard time deciding on getting vaccinated, I am pleading with you to please look at if you're qualified to get your booster shots as well.
Over 30% of people who are eligible receive their booster shot.
The hope is that as increasing number of people get vaccinated, we will be able to temper any surge. from a new variant.
Tomas Manglotnya for KUAM News.
Heading into the new year, there is one thing that will remain the same: the presence of COVID-19. The vaccination clinic at the Yoji Cowboy Fieldhouse continues to administer the shots to those that want and need it. KUAM's Daniel Perez reports.
Even after Christmas, residents continue to get their vaccines and boosters to better protect themselves. Barrigado resident J.D. Nalecto got her booster along with her grandmother.
Originally it was for my grandma, but when I found out that we could do walk-in, I just went ahead and did it. I have health issues of my own, so I just feel like it's best to just do it. My mom wanted us to do it one at a time just to see the effect that it had on everybody, but I told her we'll just do it together.
When asked why she decided to get the booster after Christmas,
Me and my family were hoping to take a trip in the summer, so that's one reason why I feel it's best to try to do it. And number two, there's not a lot of people here, so there's not so much anxiety of being around so many people lining up to get any kind of vaccines, whether it be their first, second, or booster.
to residents who haven't gotten the vaccine or booster, Alicto had this to say.
If it's for you, man, get your booster shots. If you have family with underlying health conditions, get vaccinated. I know a lot of people are against vaccinations, but for the safety of everybody, yourself and your family, it's probably a good idea to do so.
Captain Denise Chargaloff of the Guam Guard shares the same sentiment.
Right now we're still open from this week from 11 to 7, so it gives people a lot of time before work, during lunch, after work to come on out. If you haven't had time lately just because of your work schedule, this week is a perfect opportunity to do so.
The UOG vaccination clinic will be open until December 30th. Walk-ins welcome, but appointments will be prioritized. To schedule your appointment, go to tinyurl.com/vaxguam. Daniel Perez reporting for Guam's News Network.
Daniel Perez, thank you for that report. The COVID testing site in Tden is open this week for those wanting to get tested. Testing has been slow the past couple of weeks, but today a decent amount of residents turned up to be tested. As we reported, public health advised island residents that if they feel ill before or after the holidays to get tested to avoid spreading the virus. The Tden testing site will be open until December 29th from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Testing will be offered on a first-come, first-served basis, and don't forget to bring a valid government-issued ID. On Sunday morning, KUAM News reported on the recent vandalization of the popular southern overlook Fort Soledad in Humatak. Viewers submitted photos showing the restroom and actual fort structure covered in graffiti. Department of Parks and Recreation was able to repaint the restroom walls late yesterday, and this morning, Mayor Johnny Kanata and some of his staff focused their attention on removing the spray paint from on the fort. Kanata spoke on the link this morning.
He's the one that we wanted to talk to about what's good to use, and he said to use a steel brush. The fort is, it's made out of something, so we don't want to, the historical, the way it's built. Don't go around doing this stuff like this, because we're trying to. The mayors are working hard to try and keep their village clean.
Amen.
And and they're doing a lot.
Yesterday, the governor issued a statement saying, quote, "This deplorable act of disrespect to our island's history is shameful and especially disappointing as our families celebrate the holidays," end quote. Governor Lou Leon Guerrero adding law enforcement officers have been activated to catch the person or persons responsible. Lieutenant Governor Joshua Tenorio, who is the chair for the Island Beautification Task Force, will be holding a meeting tomorrow to discuss safety measures and preservation of historical sites. If anyone has information, you are asked to call the Humatak Mayor's Office at 671-828-2940 or 8251. Meanwhile, a bill meant to increase the number of CCTV cameras in public parks is making its way through the legislature. The measure would provide tax incentives for private businesses to fund the purchase and installation of video equipment. Here's more.
The Humatak vandalism incident shines more focus on legislation by Senator Jim Moylan meant to fast-track the installation of video surveillance equipment at public parks and schools by allowing private businesses to get involved.
It allows for the total of 5 years, $1 million of incentives through a qualifying certificate. Each year is $200,000 max. So this is not a big hit on the general fund, and nor is this a tax break. It's basically a tax credit.
Under the bill, the Guam Economic Development Authority would handle company tax credit applications. Meanwhile, Moylan says there's already a law in place that addresses an implementation plan. It requires government enforcement agencies to determine equipment specifications and procedures.
This Bill 23436 complements a public law 3341 that was written by Senator Tommy Morrison, who is from Umatic, whose mother was the former mayor of Umatic, that originally discussed using cameras to help the villages and the police departments and the mayors prevent crime and deter crime and also catch criminals.
He says a public hearing date for the bill has not yet been set, but hopes the disturbing vandalism at the historic Humatak Overlook will help speed up the process. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Governor Lulian Guerrero vetoed one bill and signed 6 others into law today. The governor rejected Senator Tello Taitagui's measure to require rules and regulations for the licensing of adoption agencies. She approved the following: Senator Joseph Augustine's bill to authorize a legal counsel for the Ethics Commission, Senator Mary Torres' measure to require interim rules for child placement agencies, Senator Jim Moylan's bill to include police precincts and government offices as places where authorized individuals cannot openly carry or have a concealed firearm, Senator Sabina Perez's measure to improve sole source procurement regulations, Senator Taitagui's bill to close inactive GovGuam special fund accounts, and finally another bill by Senator Moylan to modify the sunset provision on the hotel special qualifying certificate program. And once again, we invite you to voice your views across our social media pages with our daily question. Today, we're taking a moment to check in and ask, how are you and your family planning to ring in the new year? We'll share some of your responses on the link tomorrow morning. And before we head into the break, KUAM and Coast 360 throughout the month of December share Making Spirits Bright. We want to see video and pictures of your Christmas tree, decorations, and holiday photos. Make sure to use the hashtag Making Spirits Bright Guam on Facebook or Instagram. Check out these images from Harry Truman Elementary School's Head Start class in Santa Rita.
Hafaday, this is Congressman Nicholas. If you are a small business, you may be interested in a federal program called the State Small Business Credit Initiative. This program can provide federal funds to match equity investments into your company or help you get lower interest rates at local banks. To find out more on how this program can help your small business, please contact your Guam Congressional Office at 475-6453 or at michael.sanicolas@mail.house.gov.
This ad was paid for with official funds from the Office of Congressman Michael F.Q. San Nicolas.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
What are you doing? What? Just reminding him I serve my breakfast sandwiches all day and all night with freshly cracked eggs. Try my 2 for $6 double bacon breakfast sandwiches.
Basically, my life was a revolving door of just getting drugs, using drugs. My name is Anne-Marie Sablan. I'm 26 years old and I'm a student at Guam Community College, about to graduate with my associate's degree in human services. Got my high school diploma with GCC's Adult High program. The staff there is very helpful, they're very friendly, and it became like a family dynamic. It's possible for anybody, especially people like me who struggle with addiction.
It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
Welcome back to your news leader. The case involving a man raping and impregnating an 11-year-old has finally come to a close. KUAM's Tyler Matanani has more from local court.
Closing arguments were held today in Superior Court for 41-year-old Renex Riosin. Riosin faces first-degree criminal sexual conduct for allegedly raping and impregnating an 11-year-old. During the hearing, Assistant Attorney General Sean Brown told the jury that the victim may have looked like a grown woman when she gave her testimony. He then showed the jury an old holiday photo, reminding them that she was just a child when the alleged incident occurred. Quote, "These things didn't happen to a 15-year-old girl. It happened to a 12-year-old girl," said Brown. He recalled the victim's testimony, stating that she experienced the abuse for several years between the ages of 6 to 11 and became pregnant at 12. He further addressed questions the jury may have had about the timeliness of the report, to which Brown reminded them that the defendant told the victim not to tell her mom. The complaint was made by a middle school in central Guam in May of 2019. The alleged rape occurred in November or December of 2018, according to the magistrate's complaint. The victim told police she had just returned from school when she saw Riosin with some friends outside her apartment. According to the report, she drank a glass of what appeared to be water and that it tasted sweet like there was sugar in it. Soon after, she fell asleep and woke up several hours later with her shorts to her knees and felt pain in her genital area. In April of 2019, Riosin approached the victim and told her he was the one that did that to her. According to court documents, she took the statement to mean that he had sexual intercourse with her and that he was the one that made her pregnant. He has been charged with first-degree criminal sexual conduct as a first-degree felony. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matanani.
As of News Time, KUAM News has learned that the jury has found Riosin guilty on 3 counts of first-degree criminal sexual conduct and 3 counts of second-degree criminal sexual conduct, all carry out special allegation enhancements. According to a press release issued by the Attorney General's office, he faces life imprisonment. His sentencing is scheduled for April 21st before presiding judge Alberto Lamarena. All 30 of Guam Department of Education's community learning centers, better known as CLCs, which provides accommodations to students who may need internet access, will be temporarily coming to a halt due to a lack of student participation. CLCs were designed to allow both public and private school students to use laptops and access the internet during distance learning due to the COVID-19 pandemic. GDOE Superintendent John Fernandez confirmed with KUAM News on Monday. He explained that instead of shutting the CLCs down completely, GDOE will be retooling them.
We wanted to make those CLCs available to our community partners as a way to maybe better program the space and the use of the facility, so that nonprofit organizations who received a grant, from the governor's office to support our children and youth could also partner with us to offer those services at our schools, in these available spaces with internet access available.
Fernandez adds, once the Office of the Governor gives organizations the green light to use federal dollars from the Education Stabilization Fund, then they will open spaces to nonprofits to offer their services. In other news, the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center is gearing up for the expected hit of increased calls to their 24/7 crisis hotline services during the holiday season. Here's more.
COVID-19 cases on the island weren't the only thing that reduced in the last few weeks, but the amount of calls into the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center's 24/7 crisis hotline has also decreased. That's according to GBHWC Director Therese Areola. Behavioral Health reported 1,028 calls in September, 917 in October, and 570 in November. In a recent interview with KUAM News, Areola shared the number of calls made in December so far, noting a dip in calls.
And now that we're in December, the week before Christmas, we are tracking at 286 as of yesterday. So you can tell that as the community is less stressed out about the pandemic, the number of people who actually call the crisis hotline has also reduced.
Pre-COVID Behavioral Health received an estimated 30 calls per month. Areola attributes the drop in calls to lower COVID cases reported on Guam.
And as you can see, it keeps going down, but that is also because the community was getting healthier. There were We're seeing herd immunity. As the community get herd immunity, there's less and less anxiety. And so we're really happy about that.
Meanwhile, the holidays are filled with joy and positive energy. It is as well a time for friends and family to gather, celebrate, and reflect on our many blessings. But due to the COVID pandemic, the community was restricted from doing so in the last 2 years, forcing many to be alone. Now that the holiday season is amongst us, Ariola says GBHWC is bracing for the anticipation of an influx of calls in the coming weeks.
So now that the holidays is around us, this week and next week, and probably the next two and a half weeks, we do expect people to be calling. And because the holidays brings about a lot of loneliness and depression, and people who are not able to be with family. And so we are ready for it.
Ariola explained the top 3 reasons why people use their crisis hotline services.
Whatever caused them, whether it's the holiday season or COVID, they use the hotline, and the top 3 concerns are still depression, anxiety, and loneliness now. So, and loneliness is probably due to the holiday season.
For those dealing with the holiday blues, Ariola shared this message.
Remember always 647-8833, and know that you're not alone. We're here to help you, and we're here to get you through whatever crisis and hurdles you may be experiencing during this holiday season.
A youth program aimed at celebrating the gift of giving back to the island community. KUAM's Jonah Gonçalves has more on the Guam Police Department's Project U.
It's a free 8-day program that was offered to youth over Christmas break. Project U is spearheaded by the Guam Police Department and is focused on fun activities geared towards the betterment of the island community. Last week, participants took part in a handful of restoration projects, such as the repainting of one of the bus stops in Tizon. GPD PO3 Eric Asanoma, who is part of the Juvenile Investigation Section, is overseeing the program.
This is one of the projects that was sponsored specifically by GPD. It's a project we decided to take on. We pass by here kind of often as on our way to the office, and we see that this one of the bus stops that kind of has not been adopted because it's right here next to one of our really supportive sponsors, the GCA Trades Academy. They allowed us to go in and adopt this and do our restoration project.
Another activity the 15 participants took part in was spearheaded by one of Project U's partners, Department of Youth Affairs. DYA Community Program Aide 2, John Castillo.
We cleaned up the Harmon Sports Complex. We picked up trash in the entire area. And today we are painting the stalls here at the post site. The DPR director really appreciated everything that they did. So already today, before we started, I had passed on that message to them, and they feel like self-ownership of taking part in their community and keeping their community clean.
The biggest takeaway for the participants is the incredible mentorship. Asanoma encourages everybody to fill out a registration packet for future programs.
Don't dismiss it. Try it out, and I'm pretty sure that your kids would love to come here. The youth to officer, the wall is not really there. So the program has allowed us to create a little bit of a stronger bond and to reach out to the youth that participated here. Their minds are turning, and the kids are looking up towards their mentors, and they're really open to asking questions that show their interest in what they want to become later in life.
The program wraps up on Thursday. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Jonah Gonçalves.
The Department of Public Works Office of Highway Safety will be hosting an educational event this week as part of the annual Drive Sober and Get Pulled Over campaign. From December 15th to January 1st, 2022, DPW and OHS, along with its partners for highway safety, join forces to help reduce the number of auto accidents and fatalities due to impaired driving. The event, which will provide information and answer any questions related to highway safety, will be held on Thursday, December 30th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Agania Shopping Center's Center Court. Stay with us. Coming up next on KUAM News is Sports with Dave Delgado, and still to come, your Coach Son Creamery birthday shoutouts. Keep it here to KUAM.
Your community calendars, brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Más.
Half a day. This is Governor Lou Leon Guerrero. If you're struggling to pay rent and utilities because of the pandemic, your government can help. Our Emergency Rental Assistance Program provides direct relief to you. To date, over $6.9 million has helped over 1,500 households.
Apply online at eoa.guam.gov or call the Department of Administration's Emergency Rental Assistance Program at 671-638-4518 or 19.
The all-new Hyundai Tucson.
From now until December 31, enter to win the 1 million Pacific Points giveaway. Simply activate your account, refer friends, earn and redeem points at Foodies, Shell, and ITE. Learn more about the 1 million Pacific Points giveaway at PacificPoints.com. Pacific Points. Do more, get more.
Taco Bell is so good and so cheap.
I know, right? I wonder why.
What if they know we're broke? What if they're trying to be the good guys?
Thanks, Taco Bell!
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Sanchez taking on St. Paul in the McDonald's High School Basketball Classic. Xander Sanchez with the strong take to the basket. Sanchez working on the defender, backs up and tries to attack baseline. Big man Ralph Macaldo comes up with the deflection on the pass attempt. Aiden Bonbon with the rebound, passes it off to Jethro Junio. Sharks were able to use their size inside the paint to keep the game close after 1 quarter of play. Rui Ventura with the beautiful pass from Sanchez takes it up for the score. 42-36 St. Paul with 5:37 left to play. Off the inbound, Josiah Quintanilla hustles for the loose ball and goes coast to coast for 2 of his 10 points in the game. Warriors get the dub 59-40. Jerfik Anu tries to pull up for the mid-range jumper, shots off. Kevin Tahaji with the board, outlet pass to Quintanilla, touch pass to Jacob Miranda for the transition score.
You know, St. Paul's known for running gunning, but before running gunning, you know, we have to grab the rebound first, and that's my job. We work on it every day, and it's just part of our defensive plan.
I always tell them that just go with it. I got your back, and I'll get your rebound, and you know, I do my best to put it up and get a bucket.
Feels good. This is my first time I suffered an injury that had me out multiple games. So just to get out there and play with my team, it's a blessing, and I'm still working to get to 100%, but I'm glad to be back out there.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
You are everything that matters to me, and I promise to do whatever it takes to keep you healthy, to be comfortable, and to be free. I love you. As long as we're together, I'll always make sure that home will always be our best place to breathe.
Five breadsticks for my triple treat. 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat. And the pizza plus another pizza. The triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
The holidays are here, and you know what that means. Time to gather with family and friends, dress up our homes, and explore the Christmas season in paradise. Why not share these moments for a chance to win $100 in cash? Log on to visitguam.com/Instaguam today to participate in the Guam Visitors Bureau's #InstaGuam photo and video contest. A winner will be chosen every week, so share your best holiday moments now and win. Brought to you by GVB, making Guam a better place to live, work, and visit.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Welcome back. Tonight we feature Hotel Nico Guam as one of the many businesses on island that is Guam Safe certified by the Guam Visitors Bureau and carries the WTTC Safe Travel stamp.
Guam Safe and WTTC Safe Travel Certified Program Showcase is brought to you in partnership with the Guam Visitors Bureau.
COVID-19 has changed many things in our life and how we carry out our businesses. During this challenging time, we feel it is important to ensure providing not only a safer place to be, but also some peace of mind that our customers feel ease. We're proud to tell you that our new safety protocol, guided by Guam Safe Certified and WTTC Safe Travel Stamp, is our new normal, because your health and safety is and will always be our top priority. It is the benchmark of our quality and standard to ensure your experience at Hotel Nico Guam will be most memorable even during this challenging time. We provide ease in both physical and mind by showcasing our footprints, and having these certifications and recognitions are some of the examples. High-touched area have been continuously sanitized throughout the days. Temperature checks at the entrance, advising on social distance, and frequent hand washing are some of the measures we have implemented. Personal protective equipment for our employees are required to protect our guests and employees. Guest rooms are thoroughly cleaned and sealed after. Tables and chairs at restaurants are sanitized at the end of each use. Although we no longer offer a self-service buffet, we have implemented action stations where your favorite foods are personally served by our chefs and staffs.
Guam Safe and WTTC Safe Travel Certified Program Showcase is brought to you in partnership with the Guam Visitors Bureau.
And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of the birthday shoutouts from the Kotsum Creamery Birthday Club.
Oh man, you guys, it is the last Monday of the year 2021, so let's all say happy birthday on December 27th to Evangelina Sablan. Happy birthday to Grandma. We love you so much, says your family, and we are very blessed to have you in our lives. Love, your adoring familia. Vanji Sablan, happy birthday to our beautiful mom and grandma and Nana in Jigo. We're so grateful for you and love you very much. God bless you, and please have a wonderful day. And also, happy belated birthday wishes going out to Emberly Ekfaji, who was born on the 26th, the day after Christmas. To our Emberly, happy first birthday to our baby girl. We love you so much from Mommy, Daddy, Alana, Kaylee, Hayden, Gavin, Isaiah, and Sonia. Jesus Sablan, born on Christmas Day. Happy birthday, and may God continue to bless you from your family. Also born on Christmas, Ia Salandian. Happy birthday to you. We wish you all the joy and happiness on your special day. Merry Christmas, and we love you from your whole family. And Gloria Perez, who was born on Christmas Eve. Biba cumpleaños. May God bless your heart and soul. Enjoy your happy day from your whole familia.
Remember, you can be a part of the Coach Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online at KUAM.com. Now be sure to include with your photo, your name, and birthday. That's going to do it for us here on Primetime this Monday evening. Guahusia Isaiah Uggan. Thanks for watching. Good night, Marianas.
Welcome to another episode of Pacific Matters, and on this episode we take a closer look at our